Hi, and welcome to, well, day 3, but baby step 2 of the FlyLady system. If you haven't seen my other videos, please check them out. The playlist will be linked below, and you definitely should watch them in order. So I'll have them numbered. Start at number 1. This will be number 3. And if you're wondering what is this, all of that will be explained in video number 1. So once you've done baby step number 1, now you're going to work on the next baby step. And so we're just going to list, what have you done? So your first baby step is to shine your sink before bed. So in my previous video on how to shine your sink, we talk about how do you do that, when do you do that. Basically, you keep a clean sink all day long, and before you go to bed, spray it out with some Windex, wipe it out, and it's beautiful and it's ready for you to go the next day. So you're doing this every day. This is your second day of shining your sink. The next thing is going to be baby step 2, which is get dressed to lace up shoes and fix your hair and face. So this is the second habit or routine, part of your routine that you're building. Getting dressed to lace up shoes every single day, even if it's the weekend, and fixing your hair and face. So why do we do this? Well, FlyLady's reasoning, well, she has several reasons why. And it's mostly, sorry about that. It's psychological and it's also practical. So her idea is that you act differently when you are dressed to lace up shoes and your hair is fixed and your face is fixed. And all of this applies to men and women. It depends on kind of who is, doing most of the household stuff. But this is something good for everybody to get into the habit of. Children, everybody. Because you act differently when you have your clothes and your shoes on. You're more professional. You're ready to go. When she says lace up shoes, she means like actual laced up shoes, not like flip-flops or slippers or sandals, unless they're like, I guess the kind that you would buckle or whatever. But she wants shoes that are attached to your feet and they are hard. My dog is throwing a fit. She wants shoes that are attached to your feet and that are hard to get off, because she wants it to be difficult for you to just kind of kick your shoes off and lay on the couch. If you have more trouble than just kicking them off, maybe you're going to actually leave them on and keep going. Her thing is also that getting those shoes on all the way down to like an actual pair of shoes that are fixed to your feet, it tells your brain that, okay, it's time to do stuff. It's time to get to work. It's time to run my errands. I'm ready to go. You don't have any excuses. You are dressed and ready to go. There's no excuse for not taking out your trash. There's no excuse for not getting your mail. There's no excuse for not running your errands. There's no excuse for not answering the door when somebody comes with the delivery. You are ready for anything. And if somebody calls you in the middle of the day and invites you somewhere, you can go. If there's an emergency, you can attend to that emergency. If your kid's school calls, if your spouse calls, you are ready for anything. And that's a huge psychological win for us, because if we're already overwhelmed and feeling chaos in our lives, this can give you a sense of peace and control because you know you're ready for everything. Even if you're somebody that stays at home, let's say that you're disabled and you don't have children and you're just by yourself, you still need to get dressed to your lace-up shoes every day and fix your hair and face. You never know what the day might bring. I am a person that loves to relax. And I remember when I was still in college thinking that I at least wanted to, I kind of did this a little bit on my own anyway before I had ever heard of FlyLady, because I thought, I never know who I'm going to meet in a given day. What if I meet somebody that could be my husband? I need to be kind of presentable when I leave the house, because college students are famous for just going everywhere in their pajamas. And it was at that point when I thought about that I thought, I am at least going to do a little bit better than pajamas when I go out as a college student. So you just want to be ready for everything. If you're like a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, and you think, well, I'm just going to be around my kids, who cares? Well, you want to set a good example for them, right? And you want them to see that you are ready, that you expected them to be ready, so that you can get your chores done and you can get your daily tasks done. And, you know, your job is being a stay-at-home parent, so you have to dress for work, right? And dressing for work is never going to be pajamas. And if you have a job and that is the uniform, please let me know. Even on the weekends, you get up, you get dressed. That way you're ready for anything, because what if you decide, you know, it's beautiful today. I'd love to take the kids and go this place, or, you know, I want to go out and have lunch with my friend. You're ready to go for anything. And you can go at a moment's notice. Shh. My dog is so jealous that he's not getting attention, and, you know, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm talking about you. So, you need to set a good example. You need to be ready for anything. And psychologically, you're ready for everything. Another thing is just safety, right? So let's say that your house is kind of messy and you have things stacked up and things all over the floor. Keeping shoes on your feet is just going to keep your feet a little safer from stubbing your toe on something. When you're cleaning and you have to, you know, vacuum, or you're taking garbage out, I mean, your shoes are already on and you don't have to worry about it. It just makes your life so much easier. One thing that people might say is, well, I don't want to wear my shoes in the house. Her answer to that is, go get the cheap, you know, some cheapy pair of tennis shoes and wear those around the house. And when you leave, take them off, put on your outside shoes. So, you know, there's no excuse. And I have to say, my feet, since becoming pregnant, my feet have gotten so big that I can't fit into any of my shoes. And so I went to Walmart and I bought a $12 pair of like slip-ons, because I can't really bend over to tie shoes anymore. They're like kind of like a Skechers knockoff. So they're like a little walking shoe. And they have a back and all of that. They're actually really comfortable, partly because they fit my foot and partly because they're just comfortable. And I wear those. And if I wanted to get a second pair to wear around the house, if I didn't feel comfortable wearing them in the house because I've worn them out, I could do that. So there's no excuses. Get dressed to lace up shoes. Fix your hair and face every day so that you're putting your best self forward for your family if it's on the weekend and you're not going out, and so that you're ready and you already know in your mind that you can take on the day no matter what it has to throw at you. And I do want to say, fixing your hair and face, you know, that means different things to different people. And if we're talking about, you know, women, then getting dressed to lace up shoes for you might mean putting on, you know, just something simple like jeans and a t-shirt and your shoes, putting your hair up in a ponytail and washing your face and making sure you have some moisturizer on it. It could be as elaborate as getting dressed up, making sure you have some nice jewelry on and you've got your hair done and you've got your makeup done. You know, this is, you know, what it means to you. But the point is that you take some pride in your personal appearance so that you change into a better version of yourself for your family, and so you're ready for the day. So, if you haven't already done so today, you need to get dressed to your lace-up shoes, fix your hair and your face, and then tomorrow, you're going to continue to do that. As soon as you get up in the morning, she has this whole routine, and it's like within the first, you know, she showers and bathes at night. So if you do that, then you're ready to go in the morning, and you should have this done within the first 10 minutes of you getting up in the morning. If you have to shower in the morning, you shower and you do this before you do anything else except making your bed, but we'll talk about that later. So shine your sink before you go to bed tonight. Make sure you're dressed to lace-up shoes and you've fixed your hair and your face. Those are the first 2 baby steps, and you are going to continue those tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm going to tell you what baby step number 3 is. If you have any questions, you can leave them below. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.